National Futsal Team's send-off event. A round of applause naman dyan, please. Thank you so much. And I am your host for today. I am Ira Daxel. And today we're going to finally present to you some of the members and staff of the futsal team who will be representing our country for the AFC Women's Futsal Asian Cup Qualifiers from January 11 to 19 in Tashkent, Uzbekistan. And now, of course, for today, joining the event is our esteemed guests who helped make this event possible. To start off, we have our PFF President, John Anthony Gutierrez, PFF General Secretary, Angelico Mercader, Director of Football, Vin Santos, National Team Head Coach, Rafa Merino. And of course, the assistant coaches, Ariston Bocalan, Mark Corcaso, Albert Besa, and Oshin Aguilon. Alright, so now we're going to call on our PFF President to give some send-off message to our team to battle out in the AFC qualifiers in Uzbekistan. A round of applause, please.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us in this send-off for the Women's Futsal National Team. First off, again, I'd like to thank you for making time to join us here and wish our women good luck in the coming AFC qualifiers. What can I say? Actually, so much to say, but I'd like to start with this for the media that came that was invited. This is a send-off of the women's national team, and the reason why we haven't been speaking about this publicly is we want to shield these women from all controversies that are hounding the futsal event. We want them to focus on the task at hand, which is to represent the country. Now they've made this sacrifice and they heed the call of the national team duties, not for any coach, not for any manager, certainly not for any president. They did this to represent their country. And for an athlete, I do not think you can be bestowed a higher honor. So, nakikiusap ako sa inyo na during the very short question and answer portion, let's focus on the important things. Preparation, expectations, and none of the things that will distract us from our main goal, which is to qualify for the AFC championships. Some would say that the AFC qualifiers is a non-bearing tournament for us, having already secured the slot in the World Cup. However, we would also like to make our mark in the AFC championships. We would like to be able to show the world that we belong in the World Cup, that we are atop Asia's futsal scene. So again, I'd like to be very clear. Let's make sure that we keep our eyes on the ball. Now, for those of you in the media who are itching for a story, I promise you, I promise everyone, when the girls come back from from Uzbekistan, thank God it's Uzbekistan, it's not Afghanistan. When the girls come back from Uzbekistan, I will personally give each and every one of you a sit down, one-on-one, and I will answer any questions you might have with regards to anything futsal. Okay? So, in other words, please behave. Now, going back to the important things, I'd like to thank first the sacrifice that these women have made training through the holiday season. Again, it's no, being Filipinos, it's no small thing for us to spend time away from the family during the holiday season. And again, the sacrifices that are made, we are hoping will translate into wins or performances that will make the country proud. In a few moments, the staff will be introducing to you the players and the coaching staff. I'd like to jump the gun and introduce to you, say a little bit about our head coach, Rafa Merino. Rafa has coached First Division men's and women's futsal in Spain. And an abbreviated summary of his credentials, he is the highest licensed futsal coach that has ever been involved in Philippine football. Okay, so I think we're in good hands. Again, with the assistance of the Philippine Women's National Team head coach, Mark Torcaso, our futsal rated coaches, Aris and Coach Besa, and a lot of other coaches who volunteered to help us out. So, without further ado, again, to the ladies, to the coaching staff, to the staff, to everybody who sacrificed and helped during this camp. Thank you very much, and good luck to you. Good luck to us all. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. President John Anthony Gutierrez. So there you have it. You heard the esteemed resume of our coach. Of course, later on we'll announce, of course, our team, the futsal team. But of course, before we proceed, let's acknowledge also the presence of our Deputy General Secretary, Kevin Gogo, who really involved in the development and improvement of futsal here in the Philippines. A round of applause, please. Yes, of course, our futsal team won't have their apparel without Puma, headed by Paolo Misa and his team. And our team also need their shoes, of course, sponsored by Bootcamp. And our official coffee partner, Gourmet Farms. All right, thank you so much. So now let's introduce the entire team. Let's go with the players first. As I call your name, please go up on stage. And after which we'll have our... All right, let's start with the coaches first. All right, the minds and the brains of the offense and defense of our futsal team. All right, let's go on with, of course, the head coach, Rafa Merino. Next up, Assistant Coaches Ariston Bocalan, Mark Torcaso, Coach Albert Besa, and the one who will take care of the team, their PT, Oshin Aguilon. Next up, the roster of the players. So let's give, before we call on the players, I know everyone's excited, but let's give a short minute for our coach, Coach Rafa, to give your speech for the entire team. You can also say it in Spanish. No problem with that. There you go.
Hello. I am very happy to be here. It is an honor and privilege for me to be here, and I am very grateful for the trust that has been given to me. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Coach Rafa. Now, we call on the players. Sheen Boris. Go up on stage, please. Next up, Sheila May-Kadag. Let's give it up for Sarah Castaneda. Judy Connolly. Alicia Del Campo, Isabel Flanagan, Catherine Graverson, Katrina Gilu, Samantha Hughes, Rosel Mendaño, Rendell Nuera, Regine Rebosora, Kayla Santiago, and Dionesa Tolentine. Everybody, this is our team that's going to represent our country in the upcoming AFC Champions Cup. So let's have a first hour photo op of the entire team. Move over here. Yeah. And of course, let's call on Mr. President John Anthony Gutierrez. More smiles.
One more, 1, 2, 3. Alright, 1, 2, 3.
Alright, so let's, you stay there please. Our players, coaches, Jack, dito po. With our Puma team. There you go. More photo op for everybody. As an additional reminder for our media partners now, let's open the floor for some few questions. Go, sir.
This is addressed to Coach Rafa. Buenos dias, Senor Rafa. Just a few background. How long have you been with the team now since they started the training? Semana? 2 semana, 1 week, 2 weeks with the team, training with the team. 2 weeks already. Okay, so you said you were grateful, and of course, how do you think I saw sprinkling of? Thank you, Larry. I saw sprinkling of Filipinas, Bella, of course, and Katrina. How do you think they will achieve chemistry given the realistic chemistry that they have in the team in preparation for the Tashkent event?
Creo que la química es perfecta por ahora. Creo que todo el equipo trabaja en común, hay muy buen ambiente, muy buena atmósfera, lo demuestran cada día en los entrenos, en las reuniones, el compromiso que tienen. Cada detalle que yo veo en cada entreno es siempre por el compañero y para el compañero. Así que estoy súper contento y súper orgulloso por la actitud y el compromiso que tienen los jugadores.
Yes, ma'am. Can you translate? The mic, please. Okay.
Coach, why don't you come up to the stage?
Yes, please.
I'm sure they'll ask you more questions.
Thank you. Muchas gracias. You were saying, yes, Gama. What did he say earlier?
It's good ambience in the team, the environment's very good. We all work for each other for the same goal. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's short. Last question. Because Tashkent is very nippy now, so it's Tashkent, it's 4 degrees. 4 degrees, it's going to be cold. In other words, how do you think, could you ask Coach how we'll be adjusting to the playing conditions considering the cold weather that we'll be having in Tashkent? Coming from a tropical climate and ice. And that's it for me for now.
Bueno, espero que sea igual que aquí. Creo que no nos tiene que condicionar el tema del clima. Creo que el equipo está bastante concienciado y no creo que sea un problema para el equipo.
It won't be a problem for the team because we're conscious of that and we've adjusted well.
Yeah. When are you leaving? Tomorrow?
Tonight.
Not tonight. Okay. Thank you. Muchas gracias.
Thank you.
Señor Rafa.
Next up.
Hi, good afternoon. Ion Beata from RP2 Sports. All the best to the team. Perhaps question to the players and forgive us. You have to ask questions about Gregory. Any one of the players would like to share how they've been preparing mentally and physically heading into this tournament. As mentioned, the president said that this is in spite of this tournament perhaps not being a non-bearing tournament, how important is it that we stack our glass to be one of the best in Asia? Thank you. Anyone from the players?
Anyone from the players? You're nominated, Sarah. Please go up on stage.
Sorry, the question more on how did the squad prepare mentally and physically heading into this tournament, and of course the challenge of the president that considered this not just a non-bearing tournament but as a way to make a statement against our neighbors from Asia heading to the Women's World Cup. Thank you.
We just prepared it like a normal tournament. Like every other tournament. Yeah, I don't know. That's it.
Question?
Is it okay if
just a couple of questions. One for the team, whoever can answer the team, and one for Press John. Okay. For the team, what are your expectations in Group C? You're placed in Group C in the qualifiers with Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Kuwait, Australia. What do you think are our chances in qualifying in the Asian Cup, considering we're the third seed based on the rankings? And to Press John, sir, I understand that you will answer questions after the tournament, but can I ask for just a glimpse of PFF's program for futsal in 2025 coming into not only coming into the World Cup, but maybe for Philippine futsal in general? Are we gonna expect a men's team siguro po, or youth squads in futsal? Just a glimpse of PFF's program for futsal in 2025.
In regards to the tournament and how we're placed, I think obviously we have the same goal of winning that tournament to qualify for the next one in China. And I think we don't really look at the rankings because obviously that can cause extra pressure. So we just go out there and play how we play. I think we'll place well.
I just want to chime in on your first question, not to put pressure or any more weight on the girls and the coaching staff. We expect to win that group. We expect to win that group. Okay, we expect to qualify for the AFC Championship here in China. Now, for your other question regarding the development of the men's team, these are also in the works. However, like I said earlier, could we please keep our eyes on the ball? We are sending off the national team in preparation for the AFC Championships and for the World Cup. So we leave it at that. Again, I promise you and everybody else, you want to talk futsal after Uzbekistan, we'll talk some more.
All right, down to the last two questions. Yes?
Just a quick question to maybe one of the players or to President John, if you're willing. So the last futsal tournament that was held here, the AFF Women's Futsal Championship, really produced a lot of excitement for this, especially as it is an emerging sport here. And I think it generated a lot of buzz for futsal specifically. So beyond the results, since you already touched on that, I was wondering, what are your thoughts on using the upcoming tournaments, the qualifiers, as well as the World Cup, and using these as a platform to really generate more interest, not in just futsal, but also in football in general, since the football landscape here is really doing really well right now?
Well, thanks for that question. With regards to the last competition, I think, yes, it's true that it raised a lot of interest. The Filipinos were enlightened on how exciting the game of futsal is. I know I was. It's so hard to watch a game when the time stops and you just want it to go on, as against to we're also used to football when time just goes on. But in any case, the AFF tournament was a very important hosting for us, because we did not just identify the challenges of hosting an international event. We also identified the aspects in which we can improve on. So we will learn from that. We did learn from that, and hopefully what we learned we can apply in the AFC qualifiers. So these are all necessary, shall we say, trials for us to get to the level that we want to be in. And the level we want to be in is one of the best in the world. So as unfavorable as the results were of the AFF, we learned a lot from that tournament. And again, what we learned, we will apply going into the AFC qualifiers and hopefully into the AFC championships. Thank you.
Down to our last question.
This question is this question actually directed to Coach Mark, since one of the teams that the Philippines will be using is Australia also. So just want to get your thoughts on what you bring to the girls in terms of what to expect when you guys face Australia in the competition.
Thanks for that question. I think part of the call that came from John was because of the opposition that we have in the group as well of Australia. So there's a couple of girls there that I'm aware of that I'll give my advice to coach about, and we'll do the best that we can against obviously that opposition. But yeah, I'm excited to support the national teams. In the end, I guess we're all one, so it's very important to be here and support PFF and football and futsal here in the country. So that's what I'm here to do.
All right, and the last question here.
Good day. This question is for Coach Medino. My name is Andy Servina from Bulgar Sports. Coach, in your opinion, given the short preparation time for the tournament, how long should it take to for a football player to learn futsal, considering that these are two very different sports? And then my second question is for President Gutierrez. Sir, please update us on the preparations for the World Cup as far as the hosting is concerned. Yes.
Creo que es compatible el fútbol con el futsal. Es compatible, es un tema de entrenar, de tener una buena actitud para adaptarse del fútbol al futsal, pero al final creo que no hay tanta diferencia. Al final la esencia del juego es la misma, no hay tanta diferencia. Creo que tenemos tiempo de sobras para que las jugadoras de fútbol se adapten bien. No me preocupa porque la actitud es siempre de mejorar y de aprender, y los medios que tenemos son espectaculares para conseguirlo.
Football and futsal are compatible, and we had sufficient time to adapt. And the attitude is the most important aspect, and to have a good attitude is going to be the most helpful, the most beneficial part. The federation has also helped that aspect.
Okay,
For the second part of your question, I'm happy to announce that last month, the FIFA competitions department was in country to inspect another venue for us, and it was subsequently approved. So our match venues will be the Phil Sports Arena and I forget the name of the stadium, but it's in the stadium in Victorias. So that's already official, approved by FIFA. The local government of Victorias, particularly Mayor Javi Benitez, was very bullish in trying to secure some of the matches, group matches, to be held in Victoria. So thank you to the local government of Victoria for stepping up and leading the way in bringing futsal around the country. So those are the developments. Again, with the preparation for the national teams, we're on track, and also with the preparation of infrastructure and logistics. we're all good to go.
So Iloilo.
Iloilo could still be an option. However, it will be all the match venues will have to be approved by FIFA. And right now, only Phil Sports and the Victorias have been approved. So pretty much that's all I can share with you. I cannot share with you something that's unofficial. We can do one more.
Okay, final question here.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Just a question for Bella or Katrina. Given that you were a part of the Filipinas World Cup team, how big, special, or important of a decision it is for you to join the national futsal team? Thank you.
Do I need to stand up?
Stand up here, please.
There you go.
Want to go first?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Yeah, sorry. So being part of the Filipinas World Cup team, how big, important, or special of a decision it is for you to join the national futsal team?
I mean, for me, what it comes down to is I just enjoy the sport, whether it's futsal, football. It's always been something that I've grown up playing, and being given this opportunity from PFF and the coaching staff, I've truly honored it, and I'm lucky enough to play with these girls that sit in front of you right now, and I can't wait to go to the tournament.
Yeah, building off of that, I think any chance to represent the Philippines also, I want to try and do my best, and to be able to do something I love and have the opportunity is just amazing.
There you go. So that's it for our team. And Mr. Gutierrez would like to add.
Yeah, I'd just like to add, I'd like to acknowledge the presence of the PFF National Teams Director, Mr. Alfredo Gonzalez. I'm going to break one of the rules tonight. I said keep your eyes on the ball, but sometimes you veer away from the ball. I just want to, again, congratulate the Philippine men's national team for going as far as they did. I think the furthest we've done in the ASEAN campaign. Congratulations to them for their semifinals. Reaching the semifinals in the recently concluded Mitsubishi ASEAN Cup. So, take it away.
All right, so there you have it. Thank you so much to our futsal team, the coaches, and of course to our media partners. Thank you so much for attending today. And as promised by our PFF president, you'll have your sit-down one-on-one interview after the Tashkent event. All right? Do we agree about that? Yeah, thank you so much. And of course, once again, we'd like to thank Puma, Bootcamp, Gourmet Farms, and our venue for today is Studio 300.